think it's Alpha Gal that's done it from a tick bite.
That's a tough girl, an alpha gal.
Yeah, it is,
you know
dude.
what I mean?
She running the pack.
Yeah, dude. I love red meat, but there's days and weeks I'll go without eating it because I'll eat other shit. But
Though, check this out. You get Alpha Gal from a tick bite, and usually around here, what do we have? Deer ticks. I can eat venison. Venison's the one red meat that has not. I've only eaten it maybe twice since I've known that I can't eat red meat.
See, I've got beta gal, and that's my stomach's it's soft.
Your stomach cucks your colon,
yeah,
dude.
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
Oh, I was talking about how sometimes I miss Joe Biden. You just miss him.
I feel like his the crazy shit he said was just more fun.
Yeah,
and
he was
whimsical.
the funniest. I used to say that W was the funniest president we ever had, but man, JB really gave him a run for his money, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I would love for him to just show up and put his aviators on and pull an ice cream cone out of his pocket, just melting, and just start, I remember that time at that pool and the kids were playing with my legs, and I got a car.
Yeah, I miss Joe Biden, dude.
I love that shit.
He had more whimsy to his.
He had more whimsy to his last mimsy. You know what I mean?
Trump was funny in the first term when you could make fun of everything he said, and it didn't seem like the world was about
Hamburgers. You remember Hamburgers? That was fun.
Cafefe. Come on, man. I mean, that was all we had to worry about. That was great.
I loved that shit.
George Bush, I just remember being hilarious at the time, but I remember not all the adults, but people hated George Bush, dude. A lot of people.
Yeah.
As much or more.
It was the shoe for
Trump.
me.
Yeah,
when
dude. He almost got his
shoe,
head taken off.
Miss me.
Watched an interview with that guy.
The dude that threw the shoe?
Yeah, from like the recent years.
Yeah. He doing all right?
Yeah, he's a cool dude. He rules.
He doing okay? Hell yeah, dude. I love that.
Yeah,
man.
and I think we should get back to that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Throwing
footwear. Shoes? Yeah, throwing shoes at people, dude.
Throwing a fucking...
You remember when we were kids and like people would like, you bar lace your shoes so they would like slip on easy, and like we would like kick them off and catch them and throw them?
Yeah.
I miss that. That's a good technique.
We used to see how high or far we could kick our shoe off our foot. And one time I kicked my shoe on top of the post office.
Yeah.
Chris Ramsey's dad had to come down there and with a ladder and get it off for me.
Doug's a real one for that, dude. I remember I was in, I can't remember I think I was a sophomore, and I had a class with Donnie Adams, and me and Donnie were, I think it was his, or I might have been my junior year and his sophomore year. He was a year younger than me, but me and Donnie used to fuck off a lot in school, and I remember we were going to class one day, and I kept, like, I was on like a Twisted Sister kick, and I kept saying, I want to rock, yeah, and I did it, and I jumped up in like the scissor kick, and I kicked my shoe, and it went through the light in the hallway, like shattered the fucking plexiglass, and the light went dark, like it was out, it busted the light bulb, and Donnie was like, holy shit, and I like grabbed my shoe down, and I was like, we're leaving, and I never told it.
Here.
I was just waiting to get called to the office all fucking day that day, dude.
Donnie Adams, shout out. Dude.
We gotta get him on the show one day.
We'll
dude. Shout out Don. We're gonna get you on, Donald.
That'll
one of these
be a fun
days.
one,
yeah,
dude.
he's gonna love that. He's gonna geek out over hearing this. He's gonna be like,
oh yeah, he listens.
He's got a big beard now.
No shit.
Yeah.
I ain't seen him in a minute.
He's evolved into Jack Black, dude.
Wife
Jack
worked
Black
at the Walmart gas station when I was
Yeah.
living in Carrollton, so I'd see her all the time and ask about him. But
yeah, Donnie rules, dude.
You ain't seen him in a while.
How you been, man?
Let me think,
right?
man.
Pretty
Pretty
week?
good. Not a bad week.
Weekend better than the week, Ben?
What'd I do this week? Hopefully. Yeah, the weekend so far has actually been pretty good. Pretty good weekend. Shout out Emma. Went to her party last night.
I heard you had a good time, man.
It was good.
Heard
man.
Stone got bit in the nose.
Stone got bit by a dog.
Hail Payman.
Lindsey Jackson almost passed out.
Hell yeah.
It was cool, man. It was cool.
That's pretty metal.
It was a good party.
Yeah.
Everybody left. It was the first party.
It was a good party. Everybody left. It was
where
cool.
last people at the party were the oldest people at the party.
And that is why they forget in the scene up there how old we are sometimes.
Yeah. Well, we were with the only other ones close to our age, because Stone's in his 30s, AJ's in his 30s.
Yeah.
Katie's only 29, but that puts her older than most of the other people we hang
29's 30.
So, and then we were the last 5 just chilling at the end, talking about how cool it was. You don't really get to see animal attacks caught on film.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
well, and I want to take a moment to say, Emma, I'm sorry I didn't make it to your party. I just,
I told her you sent your best regards.
Yeah, absolutely, because she's fun, dude.
Stuff come up.
She's cool, man. Was this her birthday party, correct?
It was, and today, shout out Steven Stewart. It's his birthday.
It's Steven's birthday, and I meant to wish him happy birthday, and I'm not going to, so he thinks I don't like him, and then when this episode drops,
maybe he'll see it.
Happy birthday, you know what I mean?
That.
Well, I'm gonna clip that. Happy birthday, yeah.
But yeah, dude, it was his birthday at midnight, so celebrated both birthdays. But it was cool, just laid back, people hanging out.
A chill vibe, man. We love a chill vibe, dude.
I love a kickback, dude.
And you know what's going to be a real chill vibe is the Halloween party.
The Halloween party I'm looking forward to. I think we've made some level of announcements, but if you know, you know.
I'm not drinking.
If you want to know. And I don't blame you.
I don't think I'm going to drink.
I don't, and this is just me. This is just an outside perspective. To me, it seems like you never have a good time when you drink. It inevitably ends up. And the thing is, you don't get... He's never fucked up, sloppy, drunk, being shitty. He just gets... It makes him sick. I think you have, a problem processing alcohol.
When we did the...
it hurts your tummy.
Yeah, it hurts my tummy, dude. And I also drink, the worst shit that will hurt. Now, when I drink White Claw, the times I've been drunk on the claws and you've seen me get sick, that's because I was literally drunk and I needed to throw up.
And you drank 6 or 7 or 8.
Yeah,
quickly.
9, quickly. Yeah, I mean, they go down so smooth. But when we did the live show in Madison, I drank... I believe it was 6 tall boy PBRs.
Oh, fuck.
And I was pretty drunk that night. I remember they told me I cried over us getting pizza. They said I was sobbing about us ordering pizza because I didn't think I was going to get to eat.
You were also very hungry, though.
Yeah, goddamn, I was starving. But I threw up, and that's pretty normal for me to throw up anytime I drink.
Pretty standard, boilerplate.
I don't think I'm going to do that at the Halloween show. I don't think I'm going to drink, man.
Yeah.
Maybe I'd like to get some red wine. Maybe a bottle of wine and sip on it.
I've got a great bottle here.
There we go. I'll sip on some wine.
Yeah. Some red from the Lanthier winery down there. It's good.
And I don't want to keep... I'm really in the mood to talk tonight, so I don't want to keep bouncing off things. But you're a big soda guy. You love a soda.
I've become a lot like a Mormon in that respect. I've been really vibing on sodas the last year.
So I went to... Thursday night, I went to Juggalo Championship Wrestling.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't know if our listeners are ICP fans. I'm a huge ICP guy. So this is my first time going to Juggalo Championship Wrestling, and it was an amazing show. And I've been to WrestleMania. I've done everything as far as wrestling goes live. That was one of the best wrestling shows I've ever been to.
Yeah, I think it's one of the best. It's the top-rated underground circuit.
Yeah. JC Dub fucking rules, dude. You never know who's going to show up.
Of thing.
Yeah. Dude, I mean, the legends were out. I mean, there was the young, up-and-comers. Vampiro was there. It was awesome.
Hell yeah.
But I wanted to get something to drink, and when me and Chris got there's no chairs. It's just a guardrail in the ring.
Oh, hell yeah.
And they have a section of bleachers set up top because they film it every week. They release it on YouTube. So they have a bleacher section, and that's it. So me and Chris are on the railing. And shout out to Chris for taking me because it was fucking badass, and I love him for that. That was awesome. But I was standing there, and I said, hey, hold my spot. I'm going to go get a soda. And I go over there, and of course, they've got Faygo.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm looking at they've got all the flavors. And I asked the lady working, I said, do you have a grape? You have a grape Faygo? And she's like, I think I do.
Hell yeah.
And ice cold. And, dude, I'm telling you, that is the best grape soda I've ever had in my... It tasted like I was drinking a melted popsicle.
Diet Faygos are my favorite. Some of them could stand to be a little bit more carbonated.
Yeah.
But the cherry cola, the black cherry cola, fire.
Yeah.
Moon Mist, fire.
But I was telling Chris, I was like,
orange.
yo, Jordan's a big Moon Mist guy. I remember when we used to work in Louisville, you'd always stop and you'd get a Moon Mist. Yeah.
I'll still get a Diet Moon Mist down here at the dollar store when
Fago fucking rules, dude.
You know the biggest selection I've seen is up there at Jungle Gyms in Cincinnati. They got like every Fago flavor.
You can get a bison burger and a case of
Yeah,
Fago.
and
You know what I mean?
Fucking bunch
and
of
shark.
saffron
And
some,
shark, dude.
Chunk of fucking camel hump.
Hell yeah.
It's an international grocery store, but they have a deli and a butcher there. So you can get like exotic meats.
They're back there
fresh.
chopping up a kangaroo.
Yeah,
you know?
I mean that is one of the things you can get.
Yeah,
there,
they bring
legit.
kangaroos in there and they chop them up. And you can watch.
They say kangaroo is similar to venison.
I want to try kangaroo, man. I want to try gator as well, dude.
When I was a kid at Lynn's Paradise Cafe, they had kangaroo burger at one you could get, but I'm pretty sure it was Lynn's. But I don't remember what it tasted like. But I would definitely try it again. But back to Fago, brother.
Yeah.
The grape is fire, the Moon Mist, the bomb pop
dude.
one.
The
red,
bomb
white,
pop,
and blue.
yeah.
So good, man.
I tell you what, I like a Calypso too, man.
Yeah.
They brought them back.
Good,
yeah. They're the blueberry Calypso. Jesus fucking Christ, man.
They're kind of like a Sobe.
Yeah.
Remember Sobe?
Yeah.
They hit the Sobe spot.
The white and the pink Sobeys back in the day.
The pink. Dude,
I think the white was like a coconut maybe or
they're
something.
like coffee drink.
Yeah.
The like mocha shit.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Did Sobe go out of business?
I think so.
They started sponsoring extreme sports, and that's usually when you know a company's going to go under unless you're Red Bull.
Yeah, except for Red Bull, dude.
And they would primarily
sponsor
sponsor Street Luge, which is a crazy fucking sport to invest in.
Yeah, and they have like, dude, I was reading that Red Bull makes so much off of sales alone that their CEO is willing to lose money on all the extreme sports ventures. Because who do you think's paying to see a dude jump from fucking space? There's nobody watching.
They
film it, they sell a little bit to advertisers, but they're willing to take a loss on stuff like that because they're just into it.
I watched,
and they make so much from the drink alone.
I watched the video, the behind the scenes. It was like a little. It wasn't a documentary. It was like a 5-minute long video, but it was behind the scenes of
Flugtag.
No, Flugtag rules.
Yeah.
It was
they just did it in Cincy.
Oh,
they just had Flugtag in Cincy like a month ago.
We could have made a This Place Sucks.
Fucking craft.
Yeah.
They just had it there.
Was it Travis Pastrana? Is he the one that did the? He jumped out of the airplane with no
parachute. I feel like it was Travis Pastrana. It was one of those.
And now I'm gonna feel like a fucking dumb bitch
sports.
if that's not who it was. But I was just watching the reel on Instagram. Pull that up.
My
real
phone's
quick.
over here, dude. I wish we had fucking Elle Murphy, dude.
Yeah, we need.
Shout out Elle. I didn't realize how cool it is to have a producer.
Yeah, we got to have somebody in the.
But she actually does a lot.
Yeah.
I was talking to Steven last night, a little inside baseball, but he was like, I like go through and make the clips and stuff, but he's like, you guys don't know how invaluable it is. And this is a little insight for Elle on Steven's appreciation for her. He's like, just having somebody there running the shit, writing down stuff when you like, hey,
and she was quick
we're gonna
with
make
it
a
too,
clip
man.
there.
Like,
Well, she was taking notes for like when they needed to cut stuff and work stuff around and bringing stuff up on the screen. Invaluable.
Yeah, Drunk Buds is a great show. If you follow us, check out Drunk Buds. Max Jensen, Steven Stewart, two of our favorite comedians in Cincinnati, great guys. And of course, Elle helping produce the show. Like they have a good thing going there. And I absolutely loved being on their show last week. Thank you all for having us on. But yeah, see if that was Travis that jumped out of the airplane with no parachute.
Travis Pastrana.
Yeah, fuck yeah, I was right, dude. That gives me street cred for people that are not on the streets anymore. But anyways,
well, I was trying to think about who else it could be, but that's the only person that made sense.
So he was like, I'm pretty sure, and don't quote me on this, but I think he was like the first person to do it, and that somebody actually film it and like it was a thing.
He wasn't.
Well, I mean, I'm not saying like.
Yeah, he was.
I mean, he's the first person to do it and
known.
film it, and like it was like it blew up, like it was a clip, I guess. But he got in a lot of trouble for that.
Yeah.
It wasn't a good move. Like he wasn't supposed to do that. But
all your like skydiving shit has to be cleared through the FAA.
Yeah.
And they're like, that's strictly like a military exercise.
Yeah.
Is doing that. That's like all the people that did it before him were like.
But he was drinking a Red
guys.
Bull.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he was sponsored by them at the time, and they didn't want him to do it. I think that was like the whole basis of it, maybe. But anyways, watching him jump out with the Red Bull can and like,
you know what's crazy?
Badass that he did that.
Red Bull's introduced a handful of new flavors over the years, but and regular Red Bull is not like a great flavor. You get accustomed to it and you end up liking it. But it's great. Well, their main key, because I watched like a bunch of Red Bull shit the other day, and then went down a Red Bull. That's why. Actually, you brought it up, but that's why I'm still going on about it.
He went down a Red Bull hole, dude.
They're the only global energy drink. Like Monster's right behind them, but Red Bull's in like 100 more countries than Monster is. Most countries, if they're selling Monster, like third world countries, are selling a fake Monster. Like you see them in some of those travelers videos where they're in like an Arab market and they're like, oh, Monster, and it's like a fucking W. Instead of an
damn,
M,
that's crazy, bro. Buying off-brand Monster like that.
It makes me think of Hot Tub Time
Machine. I wonder if
Russian energy drink.
If Monster is Satan, I wonder which one of the lesser demons is those in the other countries, man.
That must be like
that's a payment,
fucking
fucking Pazuzu,
dude.
Yeah, dude.
Fucking, man. What's the?
Can you imagine that old woman that's always bitching about the Monster can? She goes over there and it's a W, and she's like reading it's upside down. She's like 999. And you're like, whoa! I didn't know you were a German lady. That's fucking crazy.
Damn, dude. Racist too. Who would have thought?
Who would have thought, dude? That's wild.
Not that all Germans are racist, but
nah, and they're not.
No,
my tummy hurts. I drink that Dunkin' iced coffee too quickly.
You got a lot of tummy issues, man. I feel like, and just hear me out here, I feel like you and I have identical stomachs.
Yeah.
And the difference is I stopped eating most of the shit that hurts mine. And you, instead of that, will just eat nothing all day.
Yeah.
And then say, fuck it, give in and eat some bad shit.
Yeah.
Or you'll eat healthy for like 2 or 3 days and then binge.
Yeah, I was telling you that the other night. Like, I've been eating a lot of salads and like a lot of, I've been trying to be healthy, but the problem is like I will eat healthy and then late at night, dude, I'm just ravenous. Same. Like the other night, I smashed that fucking big-ass cheeseburger at Rally's.
Oh, yeah.
Because all day I just had a salad and like a bag of chips or something. I've been eating like baked chips.
Well, you've caught me in the
like I've been trying to.
Oh,
yeah. He's just shoving fucking bananas in his mouth. He's making a fucking smoothie. He's got fucking all sorts of snacks and shit, gluten-free graham crackers and fucking just... It's crazy,
dude.
I'll
fuck up and like actually sleep, eat some shit I shouldn't. Like I can't do super fatty shit, hurts my stomach. I ate a fucking like whole jar of peanut butter the other night. Hadn't done it in like 2 years.
And that's crazy to me. And see, like you say that as in like that's an extreme. Like I just said, I smashed a burger at Rally's, but like in my mind, you eating a jar of peanut butter is way more extreme, and I don't think it is. Is it? Is that more extreme?
Well, dude, think about this. 2 tablespoons of peanut butter is like 200 calories. The jar
but I mean,
has like, dude, that's like 2,000 calories. Hey, shit, and 3 times.
But no, when did you
eat
all day that day? Did you eat anything? Because I mean, you probably had
I ate healthy. I had like a salad for lunch.
Yeah,
and
so you got your whole entire calorie intake for the day in that 1 jar of peanut butter. So you're fine, dude.
Yeah. Well. It's like 50% oil, and that's what fucks me up. Because peanut butter is good, high protein, high iron, all that shit, but it's got so much fat in it too. And fats aren't bad for you necessarily, but I got a bad gallbladder. It hurts my stomach real bad. I
had a side quest about a dude with a bad gallbladder one time. His name's Matt, and Matt's a cool dude. And Matt was living with us for an extended period of time. And, I mean, he had a place to go, but he just wanted to sleep on the floor at our place. But I remember one time my ex-girlfriend was making this. She was a great cook. She was making this fabulous fucking meal. And it was, like, somewhat relatively healthy. It wasn't nothing crazy, but, like, she was making this meal. I think it was, like, some type of pasta or something. And everybody at the house was, like, super excited about it. And Matt was like, dude, I've got a coupon for a buy one get one double quarter pounder with cheese. And we tried to tell him, like, Matt, you don't need to do that. Like, you've got issues.
Do
I
know this, Matt?
Matt Ellis. I don't know if you know Matt or not. Anyways, so Matt says, I'm sure you probably seen him at one of my parties at some point, but
Probably.
so Matt's like, I'm gonna go get these burgers, dude. That's what I'm eating tonight. And we're like, you're fucking stupid. So he goes, he comes in with his bag of McDonald's. We're eating our succulent dinner, and I watch this man. It's a pound of meat, 2 double quarter pounders. Like that's a pound of meat he ate, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good math.
Yeah. Check me. I've really been mathing tonight.
You've been high on the math.
Yeah.
Tonight.
So, and I'll tell you the what we're talking about with the math later. But so he eats 2 double quarter pounders and he proceeds to die. He dies that night. He's dead. No
longer with us.
He had a gallbladder attack, and he
Yeah.
doubled up on the floor and laid on the floor for like an hour, just crying, writhing in pain. And then like 2 weeks later, he had to have his gallbladder taken out.
See, that's what I'm worried
It was
about.
crazy,
Yeah.
but like anytime I see him, I always bring that up because that's a wild fucking. It was so wild seeing him crush.
Damn.
All that meat.
Yeah. That's why I don't eat it.
He had the meat sweats, dude. He
Well,
definitely looked sick.
Yeah, anything
Shout out,
super
Matt.
greasy, dude, and hamburger meat is like 50% fat, dude.
Yeah.
One of the
Goddamn,
reasons I
love
don't eat
it.
that shit. I thought it was just the fat. I tried to pick up red meat again during the pandemic.
You've been off red meat for
lean-
like 20 years, though. That's hard to get back into that.
I tried to
you know.
ease into it with
Yeah.
some super lean steaks.
Yeah.
And immediately was just tearing me up again. But they say you can reverse alpha gal, and I think it's alpha gal that's done it from a tick bite.
That's a tough girl, an alpha
Hell
gal.
yeah, it is,
you know
dude.
what I mean?
She running the pack.
Yeah, dude. I love red meat, but there's days and weeks I'll go without eating it because I'll eat other
Isn't
shit.
this fucked
but
up though? Check this out. You get alpha gal from a tick bite and usually around here, what do we have? Deer ticks. I can eat venison. Venison's the one red meat that has not. I've only eaten it maybe twice since I've known that I can't eat red meat.
See, I've got beta gal, and that's my stomach's it's soft.
Your stomach cucks your colon,
yeah,
dude.
yeah.
And watches your colon fucks your ass out.
Yeah, dude. It watches my whole colon just leave my body every time I have a bowel movement, dude.
No, I'm always worried about my colon. Whereas dudes, that your top 3 chances for fucking like something fucked up are your balls, your prostate, and your colon usually.
Yeah.
And so every time I have we'll just say an irregular movement, I become concerned.
Mm-hmm.
But then also, I talk to every dude
I have
on
become
Earth,
middle-aged,
and
concerned
they all
about my
shit
health.
way crazier than I shit.
Yeah, dude, I have pretty steady. Like my bowel movements are all right. There's no blood. There's no occasional diarrhea.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty normal for the most part, man.
Yeah, I'll have sperm. It's all as long as I eat right.
Did you say sperm?
Spurts.
Oh.
I'll have sperm in
I
my
have
ass.
sperm in my
Yeah,
ass, dude.
I
You
gotta
cooler
tell
than I thought you
something
were,
later,
dude. What were we talking about earlier? I said I was doing that math in my head, dude.
It was something about the actual number was 9, and you said 20.
Oh,
you said,
yeah.
Well, no shit.
He said
add 1 and double it.
No,
dumbass.
he said he was like, man, Obama really looks old now. And I said, well, dude, yeah, I mean, that's probably appropriate because, he was president like 20 years ago. And he was like, dude, it was 9 years ago. I was like, yeah, well, add that to the nearest 10th and then times it by 2, and that's 20 years ago.
I said round that to the nearest 10.
Yeah.
Double it.
Double it. That's 20, dude. He was president 20 years ago, dumbass.
No, I mean, and he was almost.
Yeah.
He took office in January.
2008.
Yeah, 2009. Election was 2008.
No.
January 2009, technically.
Yeah. It's about 17 years ago.
And we're going into 26 now,
Yeah.
so coming up on.
Yeah.
But but even that, I was saying 9, and then you said that other shit, and
Do
I was
you
gonna
think
say
maybe he just doesn't feel the need
that's
to...
still a long time.
Yeah, it is. But, I mean, do you think he just doesn't feel the need to, like... I mean, he's obviously not going to dye his fucking hair and,
No, yeah, I also...
I mean, he probably doesn't look as old or bad as we think. You know?
I was surprised because I hadn't seen him in public in so long.
Yeah, we see him all the time.
I hadn't seen him fully gray yet.
He don't hang out with us like he used to.
Yeah. And that is, over the last 8 years, I also lost nearly all of my respect for Obama.
Yeah.
For not, you were the leader of the Democratic Party. You were supposed to be the big change within the Democratic Party, driving us into a new fucking hope, all this shit.
A newfound glory.
You're gone.
And it's been all downhill from there,
I'd still choose my friends over you.
Somebody said, I shared something the other day that said, and this is
He left us out to dry, that's all I'm saying.
No, you're right, and we'll come back to Barack here in a minute, because he was my favorite Mortal Kombat character, dude. He had the swords for hands. Anyways, somebody had posted the other day that Ocean Avenue by Yellowcard was like the pop punk song of the last fucking century, and I hated it. I hate that. I hate that that's a thing.
I think if you were to boil it all down.
Boil it down for me, because I'm going to counter with what I think.
Punk of the last 20 years down.
Yeah.
I think there's a case for Ocean Avenue to be in the conversation.
Okay.
I'm not saying that Yellowcard was the most influential or that song was the most influential, but if you're just talking about, like, give me a song that boils down what I could expect to hear out of mid-2000s pop punk.
I would have said All the Small Things.
Yeah, but that's a little bit... I feel like that's its own, almost a different era. Because like your Blink and Green Day and NoFX and all those pop punk bands came out of the 90s.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the song, though. I'm not talking about the band or like the lineage or the album. I'm talking about like that's the song based on the time period it came out, and I don't think that came out too much longer after All the Small Things.
All the Small Things came out when I was in 4th grade, and Yellowcard was like 8th or 9th, so it was a decent bit of difference. But they are the same, similar, close enough to be the same era, and I would say that is also a contender.
Yeah. I also wasn't a big pop punk guy, though. Not shitting on it. I loved Sum 41 and fucking,
They're my favorite pop punk band.
Yeah. I mean, I loved a lot of that shit. Sure. I love a lot of Blink-182. I've really grown up a little bit on my hate for Blink-182. I liked some of their shit. I didn't like Yellowcard, though. Some of that shit I just didn't really fuck with.
I almost consider Yellowcard, sonically, I guess they are a pop punk band, but I always put them in with the emo bands of the era.
Really?
Yeah.
That's wild.
Well, because I saw them on Fuse alongside Taking Back Sunday and Brand New and shit at the time. That video for, I believe, Ocean Avenue he has a briefcase that he's running with.
He's doing something.
And it has a lamb on it. And a video for Brand New Sick Transit Gloria came out right around the same time. And he goes through a door with a lamb on it. And I just remember those two things being out at the same time, seeing those videos around the same time.
And you're like, man, I got to buy a fucking lamb, dude.
That era, yeah.
I got to get a fucking lamb.
That was kind of the era of Warped Tour where pop punk was was leaving and emo was coming in. So I think they were one of those blend time frame bands where everything started running together. You know what I mean?
And that probably tracks.
But also think about all the songs everybody knows. I think that is up there, but All the Small Things is probably more well known.
Gotta be.
It's gotta be, right?
I mean, people still talk about.
They're a stadium band.
Yeah, they're still doing. They were just
Yellowcard still tours, but they
didn't reach the heights of that.
They do
that's like who was that fucking asswipe that
Rooms.
one night that was talking about? We were talking about AFI. We were like hanging out before a show. We were doing comedy somewhere. And we were hanging outside, and somebody had said something about I don't know if they said something about your AFI tattoo or your jacket had the patch. There was something.
And we might have just been bringing them up.
And they said Matchbook Romance was bigger than AFI was.
Is that what they said?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. They tried to argue. They tried to argue that AFI was like a very obscure. I'm not saying they're not obscure. Because to some people they are. Some people didn't get into AFI. But to me...
I thought they were more obscure.
I don't think they are. I think they're pretty fucking relevant. They're pretty fucking popular.
As we grew up with them, nobody around us knew them.
But I think that's where our perception lied. We're like... Because I remember, and I know you hate when I say this, because I knew a guy we were talking about, and he was not into any of that kind of music, and he had referenced Miss Murder, that he liked AFI, and we looked at him like he was silly because he liked AFI, and he said, yeah, dude, I love Miss Murder. And that's when it kind of started reeling it in that maybe they were a little bigger than we thought, because we grew up in a town where,
Well, I realized that they had gotten big. I just didn't know the extent. Sorry, I had somebody at my doorbell. But now that they're... it's Melissa Noble.
Why is she here?
She was down at the bar. She's stopping by to see Anna.
Okay.
It's Saturday night.
Okay.
She was out at, they come out over here to Madison sometime.
We'll tell her, come upstairs, pop in, be on the show for a minute.
And we'll pop down when we're done. I think she's going to hang out for a sec.
Tell her to hang out for a minute.
And
tell her give us 30 more minutes.
I will.
And
I'll tell Anna.
Yeah, tell her I'd love to see her. I haven't seen Melissa in forever. She had Zeke and everybody with her. It's just her.
Looks like just her.
Yeah.
But since this new press round's been going on, just the amount of people that know of them.
You got your board in here? Show the audience.
Oh yeah,
your
I'm
board,
gonna show
dude.
them. Let me send this text real quick.
And go ahead, dude. I'm really on one tonight. And speaking of Melissa, David, Honeymoon Skateboards.
Oh yeah,
our sponsor.
I'll get that out too.
Check out Honeymoon Skateboards. We'll have the link in the description. Buy you a skateboard if you're trying to get back into skateboarding, or maybe you've always been into skateboarding, or maybe you just want a nice wall hanger. Honeymoon Skateboards, that's the way to go.
There's a handful of those left, but this next round, which we will have copies of available at our live show, this next round of decks, holy shit.
Yeah,
they are badass.
You guys are going to go ape shit, I promise.
You guys are going to lose your
But
cocks.
yeah, so the boy's birthday is next month, and I was doing a little hunting on the internet, and I just stumbled across this, and I saw it, and I said, man, he needs this. Is it the 20-year or the 25th year?
20-year anniversary.
20-year anniversary of Sing the Sorrow. We both share a pretty, he's obviously a bigger fan, but we both share a pretty big love for AFI. I seen that. I said, man, he's got to have that on the wall. So
they did a welcome collab back in 2023 for the 20th anniversary, and this shit sold out pretty fucking quickly. And I've been searching for some piece from the collab for a while.
Yeah.
I would never see the decks for a reasonable price, if at all. And I'd never even seen this particular one.
Yeah.
I'd seen one with this image.
Yeah.
On the other side and a blank top. So that's crazy.
Pretty cool, man.
Sick as fuck, tight as fuck, a really good quality deck that you'd want to skate. But I'm taking this to Columbus, Ohio, October 4th, and they're going to sign this. They're going to sign this or it's going to be a fucking problem.
But yeah, we're on the subject of the Noble family. Check out Honeymoon Skateboards and
I was telling Anna a fun little bit of trivia. This era right here from this photo shoot is what sparked me listening to Joy Division, because he's wearing a Joy Division shirt.
And that's crazy.
Yeah. There's another photo from this era. I can't remember which one I saw first, but he's like Umbrella Davy. Remember the Warped Tour 2003 where he carried the umbrella around?
Yeah.
He might have been wearing a Joy Division shirt then, but I was like, oh, I gotta listen to them, and I, LimeWire just downloaded everything, and then I was like, oh shit, Love Will Tear Us Apart. That's Joy Division. I heard it from Donnie Darko.
I didn't. I knew that song probably from Donnie Darko, but I didn't get into Joy Division until later on in life. But I remember hearing Disorder. I think it was probably right after I got out of high school. And then my dear Aunt Erica, we went out, and she took me to a record store, and I bought the first 2 ever vinyl records that I ever owned that were actually mine and not given to me. One of them was the Misfits. One of them was the Misfits, Die Die My Darling, and the other one was Unknown Pleasures.
That's about the time I got heavily into them.
Yeah.
Because, growing up, I was into so much other shit, and then, I was in screamo and metalcore bands. Right. So I got into that shit for a while. I listen to almost none of that stuff anymore. Yeah. I mean, some, but very, way less. And so I just started listening to way more.
It's weird how my hyper fixation works with music like it does everything else.
We're the same like that.
Because I will just get a hint of something I really like, or if I get into the other night, like I said, we went to the JCW show, and, I've done nothing but listen to ICP since then.
Yeah.
I'll just get into that, or if we're going to see a show leading up to it, like I will just get into, and I'm like going through my algorithm, like, why the fuck is Guar coming up so much? I'm like, oh yeah, I was listening to Guar for a month, getting ready to go see him. You know, like I do that kind of shit, man. Like, or I'll watch a skate video and I'll hear a band that I like on a part, and then I'm in it. And I was big
on it in high school. Like if I found a band I liked, or I just heard somebody recommended a band at the time, I would just go on LimeWire and download their whole discography. Yeah. I mean, I had so much fucking music on my computer at one point in time. But yeah, I would just download everything and then listen through, and if I really liked it, I'd fucking hone in and fucking... And nowadays, it's Spotify. It'll be a playlist of mostly shit I already know, and then they'll throw in a curveball in there, something I haven't heard before, whether it's new or old, and I'll like it, and then I'll fucking listen to everything that band's got, you know?
There was a few bands that I did that with that I just randomly discovered. And it is crazy when you randomly discover a band and then they're huge. Yeah. Or you've heard of them before. Like, not you've randomly discovered them, but then you've heard a song that you knew subconsciously, you know, and then you're like, oh, well, shit, like, I've known this band the whole time. Like, I like that shit, man.
Yeah, exactly.
I like when that happens. It's a happy little accident, you know.
Well, like something like fucking... Well, Joy Division's a good example because they use a lot of their music in pop culture. Yeah. So you don't like it. They're a good example of like maybe you don't even know who I'm talking about when I say that band right now. Yeah. But you've heard them in a movie.
Yeah. And that's what's cool about it, you know.
Yeah, and there's a lot of Tears for Fears comes to mind and shit like that. You know what I mean?
Tears for Fears, man. I like just new wave. Sometimes I just like to put a new wave playlist on.
And I'll jump in one.
Yeah.
The Crow soundtrack, and fucking get a deep dive on The Cure back then, dude, and that's an obsession ever since.
I mean, you're like just a walking fucking The Cure, Bauhaus, fucking Sisters of Mercy, you know. That's Sisters of Mercy is one that I recently got into.
Yeah, they were
one crazy that I never
was
really
on the periphery, like them and like Christian Death and all of that sort of shit. Being into goth shit, you always knew about them. Yeah. But until Spotify started throwing them in my playlist, and I was like,
dude, I didn't start listening to Typo Negative until the year Peter Steele died, and then I never got to see them, dude.
You got me into them right around the same time.
Yeah. And I was like, how have I missed this my whole life? I've missed this. Like, crazy. I missed out on that, man. I would have loved to have seen Typo.
And then every once in a while, I'll find a band, like, I think they were from Ohio, but there was a band, briefly lived. I believe one of their members died in the last couple of years, but they were called What If When We Die We Scatter. And I found them, they got recommended to me on Facebook. They had like a sponsored post that had just like 90 likes on it or something, but the song was such a banger. Yeah. It's called Cycles. It's just a good, classic, emotional, fucking like classic emo hardcore
and we
type
love
of
that.
Shit. So good, man. And they broke up shortly after I got into them. They only ever had one album, one music video.
Damn.
And then one of them died, and I think one of them's on drugs. I don't know anything about them, but they're out there. And if you get a chance, look up. Yeah. What If When We Die We Scatter? Cycles.
And let's get them on the pod, man.
Maybe let's get them back together.
Let's revive them, dude.
And this is true. I was when I first got out of prison, I was playing music again. I was playing briefly in a band with Doug, Andrew, and Henry. And that's around the time they broke up, and I commented on their Facebook and was like, hey, do I have the rights to cover Cycles since you guys are breaking up? And they're like, you can do whatever you want with it, man. So...
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to...
And speaking of musicians, so we're cranking out a lot of episodes here coming up with some comedians.
We're and episode banking.
Yeah, we're gonna start. We've been talking about it for a while. It was time to shit or get off the pot, and
we're shitting hard.
So we've got a list of Cincinnati comics coming on the show, and then we also have planned we're gonna release an episode on Halloween with Primitive Impulse from Cincinnati, which is one of my favorite bands from the area. They fucking rule. If you get a chance to check out Primitive Impulse, you're gonna fucking love them.
Cincinnati's just got a great music
scene,
Cincinnati
rules in general with music.
We find so many good bands that I'm like, they should be everywhere.
And from those that have been listening to us from basically the start, we plan on having a New Year's episode with Scabby from Maw as well.
Yeah, one-on-one, sit down.
Yeah, so we got a lot of things planned for the winter's coming, and we both hate fucking winter. So the best thing we can do, is to stay busy. So we have a lot of shit planned for you guys that we're really fucking stoked on.
Yeah.
But that episode for Halloween's gonna fucking go off, dude.
Yeah, hopefully through the winter we have at least a guest episode a month for you guys, if not every other week.
Yeah.
Depending on how often we can record them. And it's going to be a lot of Cincy comics, Louisville, a couple of Louisville, whatever, and some bands. Just exciting stuff, fun stuff, And, dude, I mean, after recording that last episode with the other guys last Saturday, it's just always fun to have a third or fourth person, you know?
It is. It really is, man.
Gets the conversations flowing, so to speak.
Yeah, it gives a new insight. I mean, there's only so much that we can... I mean, obviously we can talk about anything, but sometimes it helps for the listener, the viewer, to switch things up. It's nice to have this was like... Didn't somebody say this was my DC versus Marvel crossover with the episode we did with Drunk Buds? Like, it's... Shit like that.
Might be the biggest crossover event of all time.
Yeah, and that was cool, dude. That was awesome. They got a lot of potential. Vince is dropping his podcast. He's got a little something.
I saw that.
On.
That's going to be sick.
Yeah, told him if he need anything to reach out to us. Like we're
Cincinnati
fucking
is
podcast gurus
right
or something.
Now,
but
we're going to have several podcasts from several comedians going at once. We have our own little scene here, dude.
Yeah.
I think, if everybody gets their shit afloat, dude, it'd be a cool little circuit people could do when they're coming to Cincinnati.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Most comics already jump on 4 or 5 podcasts when they hit Austin, L.A., or New York,
Yeah.
Get a little Midwest action going on.
And they should, honestly.
Come on, this place
sucks, also, in the works, too, Robbie Bloodshed. We're going to get Robbie Bloodshed on the show, too. If you haven't checked Robbie out, he's got some great fucking music. He's out of New Jersey.
Find it on Spotify.
Yeah, he's fucking awesome. We're going to probably be Zoom, but we've been talking to him and trying to get him on the show. So.
There's a couple Zoom options. In the long run, we were trying to avoid Zoom episodes, but we have the ability to get a couple guests that are too good to pass up.
Yeah, and I think that's fine.
Zoom.
I think if you could do a Zoom with somebody that is important enough to you to have on your show, I think it's fine. I don't mind a Zoom. I don't mind a Zoom
interview. We can get
an
in-person down the road, you know. You never know.
Yeah, a nice full circle.
We'll be back in New Jersey at some point soon.
Yeah, I'd like to...
Maybe we'll record an episode of Lodi Pizza.
I'd like to hit the road at some point soon and hit Jersey again. So.
Yeah, no, we're in the very beginning, baby stages, but we're taking off next year. We're going. We're gonna hit the road. We're gonna book some shows in some other cities and get the fuck out of here for a while. What we're shooting for, matter of fact, if y'all know people, you know venues, we're shooting for. I'll just name the cities we'll need help finding venues.
Yeah.
Maybe like Chicago, Madison, Wisconsin, something like Grand Rapids or Detroit, Michigan, Cleveland, Philly, New York, and I'm thinking like Baltimore, Raleigh, North Carolina, maybe Nashville.
Yeah.
If you guys know any people want to help us hook up some shows about next summer, we're going to try to do a little 3-week run, do like 10, 12 shows.
Yeah.
And I think we're going to... Format's going to be This Place Sucks. It's going to be, we're going to do co-feature headliner. So like one night I'll feature, one night and he'll headliner, and then we'll switch the next night, live pod after. We might bring an opener or two with us. We might
we're still in
local guys.
Still in the works of it, but that's the game plan for now. So
yeah,
stay tuned.
That's just something this isn't something we're doing because we've made it and been given the opportunity. This is something we're going to DIY. Yeah. So if you want to help us get there, let us know. We're doing it either way. We're just going to pack up, hit the road, and do some shows. I just think
it would be, we've got some big plans for some big events the following year, and we just feel like it would be better or more well received if we just went out on the road to try to spread. Like, there's only so much you can do social media wise when you're as small as we are.
You got to spread the gospel.
Yeah, and we got to be Brother Love's Traveling Salvation show. You know what I mean?
And it still works better.
Yeah,
I was listening to somebody's fucking pod the other day, and they were talking about how they still get better growth from being on the road and just meeting people like organically than they do from paying for boosted reels and all that shit on Instagram trying to get their shit out
Everything we've wanted to do since we've been doing this, we've just went ahead and did it. And I think it's a testament to not only how much we give a shit, but how much people give a shit about us. And it just seems
the power
like
of DIY.
Yeah.
Just go do it.
Do it, dude. Don't
to the
talk
best
about
of
it.
your
Just
ability.
do it. Yeah.
It's hard.
And it's worked out for us so far, man. Yeah. And we've been pretty good about just taking whatever dollars we have and just fucking doing,
This podcast is the biggest it's ever been, and we're recording on a free audio interface I was given 7 years ago.
Yeah.
And an iPhone 13.
Yeah.
All right, that's it. That's the setup right now. You take what you got and you DIY.
Yep. And we're not above it, and we're not
no, we're about it.
We're about it. Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of the whole fucking ethos of our lives. Is for better or worse. I'm not a pull yourself up by your bootstraps guy, but I am a fashion yourself a pair of boots out of leaves or whatever you got type of guy. You know what I mean?
I like what we do as far as it's crazy how many people listen to the show that I know have a completely different outlook than us, like on a lot of shit, whether it be music, politics, whatever. Sure. It's very cool that people enjoy us enough that they will just listen to our banter when they do disagree with some of the things that we talk about. And I just...
Everybody I've actually had a conversation with, it's always fucking so unbelievably cool.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm talking about the people that specifically that I disagree with that'll say like, "Hey man, I listened to this and I like your I like the way you presented your take, but I disagree in this way." I've had at least a couple dozen. Yeah. You know what I mean? And they're always, it makes you fucking, it's a good reminder of like when you see how terribly people interact on the internet.
Yeah.
It's a good reminder that that's not real in real life.
No, yeah.
You know what I
mean? And that is something you have to look out for, especially in today's climate. The internet's not real. What's real is when you interact with people or you have a fucking conversation, or that's the real aspect of life. And it's not always fucking social media, man.
People.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It might seem like by attachment people have extreme views of stuff, but I say this all the time, at the end of the day I feel like everybody wants the same thing, which is at its core just to be able to be safe and healthy and happy and not have, nobody's asking for nothing to be handed to them. We're just asking for less obstacles.
Yeah.
And some people will naturally be like, okay, well for me that means I'm going to go live in the woods with my white family.
Yeah.
And for some people that means interacting with others. But at the end, like I said, when it all boils down to it, everybody's just trying to survive right now.
And for the record too, me and him he's more on the political spectrum than I am, even though we do agree on 90% of the shit. We also like to talk politics. We like to debate politics. And like I said, just for the record, both of us were pretty fucking bothered by the Charlie Kirk shit, and I just want to let that be known. Like, and I didn't say anything on social media, and I didn't feel the need to have I didn't want to spend the energy because I have a lot of shit going on in my personal life, and sometimes things are not, you pick and choose your battles, right? But I just want to make it public knowledge. I want it to be known. If you think that I would celebrate somebody being fucking murdered, why don't you delete me off social media? Because you already think that low of me anyways, that you think that I would be happy about somebody being killed. Why don't you go ahead and remove yourself? Because I didn't agree with Charlie Kirk on fucking anything, and that is one of the most disgusting fucking videos I'd ever seen in my life. And the fact that somebody got killed doing what he was doing is fucking insane to me. So that's my thoughts on the Charlie Kirk thing. Just because I disagreed with him on everything does not mean that I wanted to see him be murdered, assassinated. That's crazy. Yeah,
because
go ahead.
I know I've been pretty vocal, and I haven't yet offered a public statement.
No, yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I mean?
and I'm not saying it like a public's like I'm
No,
not.
but yeah.
But I mean, I didn't post anything about it. I didn't want to talk about it, like, because it really did fucking upset me. Like, and I didn't want anybody to think that was my thought process on it. Like, I fucking hate that. Like,
and at the end of the day, too, the internet is a place built for hyperbole.
Yeah.
And I am a very, like, over-the-top, hyperbolic individual. I say the craziest thing a lot of the times to make a point.
Yeah.
So that's why with, my own words, talking while I have a chance. I watched the video the one fucking time.
Yeah.
I couldn't stomach watching it again.
Yeah.
I am of two separate but equal fucking beliefs. A, that was fucked up and Charlie shouldn't have been murdered.
Yeah.
Okay, I hated that he got murdered. I hated watching it. Period.
Yeah.
That's the end of the sentence.
Yeah.
I'm also of the belief that while he was alive, he was not a good dude, and that people should not try to paint him as this MLK-like martyr figure. They should be honest in their mourning of him. You're welcome to mourn him. You should mourn him. If you agreed with him politically or not, if you have any positive feelings about him, mourn him. Not taking that from you. But in your mourning, be fucking honest about
I also
who
don't
he
think
was.
that means
That's
that
it.
I hate anybody either that is mourning him. Like, and that's
No.
another crazy thing too. Like,
I'm laughing at the silliness. I'm a laughing individual, and I think the world's absurd anyway. So when I see people being like, Charlie was just like MLK, when they had completely opposite end of the spectrum beliefs, the only thing they shared was an apparent affinity for our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. That to me seems absurd and silly. If you're just crying over him and saying, look, man, this was a young guy who I agreed with politically, and the one thing I agree with the guy on is he was willing to go out and fucking debate these things with people.
Yeah,
he was willing to talk about it.
And I've seen some really good ones, dude.
And
I've
everything
seen
he
some
said-
really good Charlie Kirk debates. Don't
Yeah.
ever fucking misquote me on that. I've watched some good ones that I
For the most part, I
enjoyed.
feel like he goes to college campuses because it's easy fodder. He's got all the points locked down, ready to go, and he knows it's going to be emotional young people arguing back at him.
Right.
But yeah, there's been the better ones, where he's actually got an equal person to debate.
Also,
him.
and two, there was some college debates that I seen from a few years ago that were pretty good, because at the time I think he was probably about the same age you'd be when you were graduating
and
college.
he's also,
so
and I say this of all
not
these,
crazy that he was debating college kids in general.
people. He started at that
if he
age.
was going out and
He was
debating
only
high
30.
school kids, that would have been fucking nuts.
He was only
but-
32, and he started when he was the same age as a lot of these kids.
Yeah.
Totally fair.
Yeah, totally fair.
And I say this of a lot of these guys that I disagree with their policies, that I think their opinions are stupid, but I don't think Charlie Kirk was a stupid guy.
No.
So he was, he had...
Do you know how cool it would have been now, like hindsight, that it's over to go and do one of those? Honestly.
Yeah, I actually am really of the concrete belief that public debate is the lowest form of political activism at all. I don't think... The best thing it does, because you're never changing the minds of the person you're debating, and you're never changing the minds of the people the most feverish for the debate, but there's a lot of evidence to support that a lot of people who have casually witnessed debates have had their worldviews, compromised, changed.
Because they hadn't thought of it that way.
Yeah. And that's the best way.
Yeah.
It's never these conversations aren't for people who have made up their minds. They're for people who haven't made up their minds. The only reason I say shit isn't because I want to make all the Charlie Kirk supporters mad and upset. I want the people who didn't know anything about him, that are only seeing people celebrate him, to know, like, hey, it is bad he died, but here's some things you should know about, like his character,
there's always some
before
good with
you
some bad,
have something to do with him. And again, I want to just reiterate, I'm hyperbolic on the internet. I don't want to fight anybody. I don't want anybody to feel bad because they agreed with Charlie Kirk or they were sad.
No, yeah. There's too much of that shit going on anyways, man. We're at a very hostile state in the country.
I still want to work together.
I
still want to all come together.
We have to, as a whole, or
fix
we're
shit.
not going to make it.
Take
I
our
don't think
country back from the oligarchs.
I don't think people really get that. Like, I don't think people really get that we're in a very fragile state. And it's not, like, if you're another country looking in, and you see America falling apart, like, imagine if the worst thing we could do is have another civil war. That is the worst thing we could do. If another country, another foreign agency, seen us having a civil war, we're
then
fucking
they could take
done
us down instantly.
easily. Like,
And
that's
also,
the worst thing we could do.
That's what the Kremlin's trying to do
Yeah.
since the 80s.
Yeah, the worst thing that
Also,
happened is...
You know how we're always like, man, I hope the aliens come down and save us. It just like really hardcore occurred to me the other day. There is nobody coming.
Yeah.
There's nobody in
Yeah.
any established government in the world that is going to save us from what is happening. The Savior is us. Let me reiterate the message of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. You have to save yourself. You have to transform. You have to crucify yourself. We all have to crucify the part of ourselves that isn't letting us work together.
Yeah.
And then we have to rise together.
Yeah.
It's all written out plain and simple for you. If you can read between the lines, I feel like. But at the end of the day, nobody's coming, dude. This is the moment.
Yeah.
This is the moment where we all snap out of it and we come together and say, oh, the guys with all the money have been fucking everything up.
Yeah.
That this is the time, or we are going to go into a fascist state.
Yeah.
There will be a civil war in the middle of what is already the beginning of World War III. I think the history books are going to call everything that's happening right now the beginning of World War III, whether a nuke goes off or not.
Yeah.
The World War III might be just an entirely digital war. It might be drones. It might be
people
this
just
and
assume when
that.
you say World War that we're going to drop massive bombs and like there's going to be all this shit. That doesn't necessarily mean that's what World War III is going to be.
There's one thing that Alex Jones has remained right about, and it's the war is for your mind.
Yeah. Welcome back to Prison Planet. God damn, there's a war on for your mind.
I'm not going to let these stupid bastard communists take my family from me.
They're turning the frogs gay.
Our Alex Jones video did well. The short where we were talking about Alex Jones.
Yeah.
We've been releasing clips, guys.
We've been clipping things.
To mad success.
But seriously, we do appreciate and love everybody that listens to the show.
Everybody love everybody.
Yeah, I don't give a shit if your opinions are different than ours, but I appreciate you listening to our opinions because 9 times out of 10 we would listen to all of yours.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, that's
and
we're
I
pretty
posted
open
this a while
dudes,
ago,
you know.
Something to the effects of this. I grew up very militant about my beliefs, and up till recently I would have told you, oh, you're just now realizing that you suck? Nah, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
But I'm not like that anymore.
Yeah.
If you fucking wake up tomorrow, if you're fucking J.D. Vance, if you're Benjamin Netanyahu, okay, and you wake up tomorrow and you say, holy shit, I realize the error of my ways. I want to be on the side of righteousness.
Yeah.
Welcome to the team.
Yeah.
If you, I don't think we should lord over each other that we realize things sooner than others. Like, oh, I'm an hour smarter than you are.
Yeah.
Everybody will get there if given enough time, and if they just,
And we're not going to censor comedy, by the way, either. As comedians, we're not censoring comedy.
Yeah, I'm going to be making jokes
Yeah.
about Charlie Kirk in front of y'all at some point, dude. So go ahead. I'm going to give y'all a couple weeks to, but it's coming.
But Jimmy Kimmel, that's what I was talking about. The Jimmy Kimmel thing was fucking crazy to me.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. No, it really is nuts. In either fashion. Like, we did, and I say this all the time, we went overboard. Us on the left, we went overboard. We canceled too much.
Yeah.
For the most
and
part.
I was pretty anti not fucking canceling shit, dude.
Yeah.
Like, even when that was at the peak of things, I was like, man, you're making us look like fucking idiots.
I felt like...
Yeah, there's accountability. There's people that are molesters, rapists, murderers, whatever.
Like Harvey Weinstein deserved it.
That's
R.
a
Kelly,
that's a cancellation that is you're being held accountable for your actions. But what Jimmy Kimmel did, I don't understand why that was even... That's crazy.
Well, at the end of the day, it's because he made fun of Trump.
Yeah, it's more about Trump here than it is Kirk.
Yeah,
he didn't say shit about Charlie
using
Kirk
as a shield.
Yeah, because fuck DT, dude. And
which honestly, the biggest insult to his memory is Donald Trump and what he's doing now.
Yeah, for sure.
You know
dude.
what I mean?
And I didn't like The Apprentice.
No,
It's a horrible show.
And that's another thing. I knew when I was a child that he was a scumbag. When I knew he was running for president, there was never a moment where his rhetoric fooled me.
Yeah.
But even if you are fooled right now,
you're gay,
and you wake up tomorrow,
you don't look very gay to me
anymore. Welcome to the team.
Yeah.
Welcome to the team.
And I think this is a
Yay.
prime example of the past few. This place sucks.
Yeah.
And that's what we literally have been trying to tell you. This place sucks.
But
and
together
we can
make it not.
We can suck less.
We can suck each other off.
But the place doesn't need to.
Yeah.
Just us.
You can take the place out of the suck.
But you can't take the suck out of the place.
Hell yeah.
Wait. You can take the suck out of the place. But you can't take the place out. I don't know.
You can suck the hell out of the
place. We can all suck. It's fine, dude.
I know
you got anything else, dude?
we got... You were on the phone for the first 6 minutes we were recording.
Well, you could have casually said that.
I was going to
so it didn't ruin the show.
I was about to get there, and then you said you got anything else, so I had to be quick.
We can get to that.
That doesn't ruin the show.
No, I didn't want it to look like I was just staring at the fucking timer because I thought we were at an hour.
We always rolling start the show.
Yeah,
we're always recording. And
but on that note, do you have anything else you'd like to talk about?
About it. Let me think.
Honeymoon skateboards. Fucking buy one, dude.
Oh, yeah. Next week, Monday the 29th, we're both going to be at Planet of the Tapes. It's roughly our 1-year anniversary in comedy together. Yeah. We've been together a lot longer than that. Yeah. But, yeah. But around the time both of us started, we both did our first sets at Planet. Yeah, man. We're stoked.
Yeah. Come down. It's going to be a good time.
That's going to be a fun one. I'm hosting. I'm hoping they put Joey on like dead last.
And that would be cool, Eric Groovely, if you did that. But if not,
if you're out there.
It means a lot to even be on a mic at Planet of the Tapes. I don't get to do that show. I've only done it a couple of times.
It's a work night, usually.
It's a work night for me. So to even be on the show, it's a big deal for me to come back a year later after doing my first open mic there, and after doing what we've done since then. And I got a lot of respect for a lot of people that perform at Planet of the Tapes and for Eric. So that'll be a cool time. You get to host. It's going to be fun, man. And it is. It's the best comedy joint in Louisville, Kentucky, period. There's nobody that comes close. So to be there is going to be a fucking awesome time, man. So
we really want you guys to come out to that one. Also, if the usual lineup on any given Monday is any indicator, it's going to be a great show. The whole lineup's going to be good.
Yeah.
There's usually there's 2 drop-in spots.
Yeah.
Usually the drop-ins are great.
The Lucky Bucky,
dude. Last Monday was great. Monday before that was a bit of a dull show, but this past Monday was great.
And then October 24th, we have our Halloween show, Halloween party. If you would like to maybe come, be involved, whatever, send us a DM because we're trying to keep tabs of who all's coming and who's not.
Yeah, I'm capping the list at like 50, maybe 60.
Yeah, so if you'd like to come on, if you're a comic, do a set, cool. If you'd just like to come and hang out with us and see some comedy, also cool. Just get with us and reach out so we can know what to expect.
I do still need. I want to have a confirmed 15 because it's just gonna be 5-minute sets. Your costume party. You're doing a set as your character.
Yeah.
All right. So right now I think I'm at 12. So I got a few spots open, and then I'm gonna leave some. Spots for people who just show up and want to, last minute decide they're able to do it, whatever.
Absolutely.
But it's looking like it's going to be a hell of a show.
It's going to be cool.
Knowing the comics that are on it, some of the shit that they've got whipped up for it.
And then we're both at the Comet for Bombs Away in November.
Yeah.
That's cool, too.
In November.
That's a ways out,
29th.
But I always like to give people a heads up. Yeah, I'm on the early show, and he's on the late show. So that's
we're going to
be
be
cool.
hanging for both, so come on out. Yeah, that's Saturday the 29th.
The date this coming Friday? Is that the 26th?
This Friday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the 26th. If you're in the Cincinnati neighborhood, you want to see some badass bands, come out to the Comet. Check out Razorblade. They're headlining, and Butcher's Dogs also playing as well. That's going to be a sick fucking show. I will be there hanging out. So pop in, say what's up, check that out. And then there was something else.
Be home vibing that night.
There's something else that I was going to say.
I got the Pro-Am on November 26th.
There you go. He's on the Pro-Am. Go bananas.
I think that's all the shows I have on right now. I'm looking to book.
Looking
to keep our winters full, man.
Yeah, man.
We're available for
dude.
shows.
I would love to. I don't want to fucking beg, but please, for the love of God, let me come hang out.
Yeah.
And if you don't want me on your show, just invite me to a show, and I'll come hang out and watch it.
And invite us to parties,
You know,
man.
invite me to your parties. Dude.
We've
We
gone
love
to
a good house party.
a couple comics parties recently. It was fun. It's been I don't do parties a lot. It's been nice to find a crew of people that party how I party.
Yeah.
Just sitting around chilling.
We're not
Some
doing
people
keg
drinking.
stands.
Yeah.
We're not doing lines of Coke. We're just hanging
Nobody's
out,
doing
vibing,
shots.
dude.
People are drinking beers.
And you
wine.
can. We don't.
Some people are
It's
drinking
fine.
some mixed drinks. People are smoking weed, but mostly everybody's chilling.
I'll take a toke.
Music's not too loud.
I'll eat a gram of mushrooms,
I'll
dude.
fucking bump a line, dude.
I'll boof some fucking. I will butt chug some NyQuil with you.
I mean, I don't freebase cocaine no more,
but
but
I
yeah,
ain't doing heroin.
I'll
or
do a
nothing
bump
like
or
that,
something,
man. I ain't
dude.
doing no smack, no crack.
No smack.
But we
no
can listen to
crack.
Blues Traveler, man. Smoke a little weed if you want
We
to.
will be listening to the hook on. But actually, this playlist I've got whipped up for Halloween is gonna be.
Oh yeah,
sure.
dude. It's a lot of Susie.
Plenty
a lot of Banshees,
Susie, brother.
Oh
Plenty
baby,
of
dude.
Susie.
We're gonna play peekaboo, dude. We gotta have peekaboo on Halloween.
I
bro.
have about 10, maybe. I have almost all of I got an album's worth of shit on there.
I love it. I love it.
It's all goth shit. It's
A lot
all
of Typo.
goth shit. There's some Typo. There's some
Hell
Danzig. Some Joy Division. Obviously Bauhaus, Sisters of Mercy. I've got some Christian Death on there.
Sisters
I've got
of
Fields
Mercy,
of the
goddamn.
Nephilim.
All
yeah.
Hallows EP, Little Son
Oh,
of Sam,
brother.
dude.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
both
sick,
of those,
dude.
just the whole discography, pretty much. But
Hell
no,
yeah.
it is mostly Art of Drowning and All Hallows, AFI, some Misfits. Yeah, there's.
It's so hollow.
You're gonna love
It's
it,
so
dude.
hollow. Hell yeah, man.
Come to the Halloween party.
to the
Come to
Halloween
that
party,
stuff.
yeah.
It's wherever I cut it. It's close enough to an hour, man. What do you got to tell these people?
I gotta tell y'all that I love you all so much, and that this place ultimately sucks.
This
That's why
place
we
sucks,
named our
man.
podcast after it. We'll see you next time.
We'll
y'all
see
be
you
safe
over
out there.
there.
Take care of yourselves.